Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Sammy Ketchum, and welcome back to Sammy Ketchum TCG. Tonight, we are going to be taking a look at a new Miraidon build that is catching the world by storm. This is Miraidon with Iron Hands. Alright, Iron Hands is one of the new cards from the new set, Paradox Rift, that just came out, and it is a very, very powerful card. This card is being included in a lot of different decks moving forward in this format, and it is very good in this Miraidon deck. Miraidon is already a top tier deck in the format, and people have basically figured out, hey, this is how we should play it. This is what we should do. It already has a core build or core builds that people play with, and we're just adding the Iron Hands in to basically help some of our bad matchups. It turns our bad matchups into favorable ones. So, without further ado, we're going to jump into this deck profile. And a little bit of analysis. We have ourselves 3 gold copies of Miraidon EX. Alright, Miraidon EX has 220 HP. Alright, it is weak to fighting. Not really worried about that. Not too many fighting Pokemon in the format. And he is shining on this thing. Alright, it has the ability Tandem Unit. I call it T-Unit. Alright, it lets you once per turn search your deck for an electric Pokemon, electric basic Pokemon, and you can put it onto your bench. Well, up to two electric Pokemon, and put them onto your bench. So it's essentially a battle VIP pass, for electric decks. So you can get like a Flaffy and another Miraidon. You could get a Raikou. You could get an Iron Hands, even. Any electric basic Pokemon you can think of. Any 2 electric Pokemon you can think of, basics, you can put them onto your bench with Miraidon's ability. And if you have another Miraidon, you can also use this ability too. So you can chain them. You can use this one, and then you can use this one. So your whole field can be full of basic electric or lightning Pokemon. Alright. Miraidon's attack, Photon Blaster, does 220 damage, but he can't attack the next turn. That's not a problem. That's not a problem. You can just switch out to another one. Easy. Or you can play like a switching card, switch him out, and then retreat the other active Pokemon and send him back up, and you can attack with him again. So, you know, 220 is basically a great solid number. Another EX that's in here is Mew EX. Mew EX is very good in this deck. It's mainly used in this deck for its ability. Its ability lets you draw 3 cards. If you have less than 3 cards in your hand, you can draw 3 cards. Draw up to 3 cards. You know. It also has free retreat, so you can use it as a pivot, the free retreat. Alright. His attack is also good. 3 colors energy. You can use any attack of your opponent's active Pokemon. So if your opponent has a Giratina V-Star in the active, you can use his attacks. You can do it to 80, or you can even use his V-Star attack. If you haven't used the V-Star attack. You can use Radiant Greninja's attack. If they have a Radiant Greninja on their bench, you can boss up their Radiant Greninja and use Radiant Greninja's attack to snipe for 90 on your opponent's bench to 2 different Pokemon, which is very good. I mean, it doesn't really get used and abused like that in this deck, but just having it for the draw, being able to get out of like a Judge or an Iono play, you know, later in the game is very good with the ability. Having free retreat is always good, especially with this deck when you play with like generators. You play the generators attached to the bench. Then if you have the Mew in the active spot, you can free retreat to the Pokemon that you just generated energies to, which is very good. So, still very good in the deck from 151, the set previous before Paradox Rift. The infamous Iron Hands. This was slated to basically decimate the format. Even before it came out, people were talking about this card. Now, to tell you the truth, all the hype died down, and he wasn't as oppressive as everybody thought he was. You know, he's still very, very good in this deck. You know, people just got to find the way to play him. You know what I'm saying? He's still good. Amp You Very Much is still a great attack. I love that name. I absolutely love it. It's corny, it's crazy, I love it. But it has 230 HP, a little bit more than Miraidon. Alright, its first attack really doesn't matter. I think, what does it do? 160. Arm press. We don't care about that. We care about the second attack. 4 energies, 1 lightning, 3 colorless. Amp You Very Much. Oh man. If a Pokemon is knocked out by damage by this attack, you take 1 extra prize card. Alright? 1 extra prize card. So, there are a lot of little baby Pokemon, little basic Pokemon that are 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 120 that you could take advantage of and get 2 prizes on. This is very good. This helps your Lost Box matchup. This also helps your Guardy matchup, because Gardevoir in the beginning, all they'll have out is little baby Ralts, little Curlias. All the little baby Pokemon will die to Iron Hands, and you can quickly just get 2, 4 prizes. Just run them up like that. If they don't quickly get out a Gardevoir GX and start attacking. So, like don't scoff on it. This is still very good in Miraidon. You just gotta know how to play it. Squawkability X. Squawkability X is in here for its ability. Squawk and Sneeze, or Seize. Discard your hand and draw 6 cards. You can only do this on your first turn. So, but this is in here only if you need to do it. Only if you need to do it. If you need to do it, if your hand is bad, if you don't have Arven, if you don't have Generator, if you don't have Miraidons out, if you don't have what you need out, go ahead, discard your hand, get a fresh new 6. You know what I'm saying? It's in here for that. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can sit there and try to turbo out a turn where you do this and then play research and then just, you know, go crazy. But No, it's in here in case you have a bad hand, to get you out of a bad situation. Because other than that, this deck really doesn't have bad situations. This deck goes in. mm. 2 copies of Raikou V. Alright. Raikou V has a very good attack, Lightning Rondo, which does 20 plus 20 more damage for each Pokemon on your bench and your opponent's bench. So this card can do a whopping 220 damage when both you and your opponent's benches are fully maxed out. 220, not bad. That's the same damage as Miraidon can do. Very, very good. And its ability, can't believe I forget this. Fleet-footed. Its ability, fleet-footed. While it's in the active spot, you can draw a card. So, hey, you get to draw 1 extra card. That's very good. Can also help with your generator plays. Whether you activate it before the generator or after the generator. That's up to you. I'm gonna leave that up to you. I know what the right sequencing thing to do is here, but hey, you know, I don't want to argue about it. Oh God. 2 Raichu V. Raichu is very good in this deck. It's in here for its second attack, Dynamic Spark. Alright? Dynamic Spark, 2 lightning energies. This card does 60 damage times the amount of lightning energy that you remove from your Pokemon on the field. So, this is Chien Pao, or Chien Pao copied Raichu V. Except this is electric energies. Same thing as on Chien Pao, but lightning energies. Raichu did it first. So you could basically hit any number, just about. You know, you can kill a VMAX if you get enough energies in play on the board. You can kill a VMAX, a V-Star, a big GX, 6 energies. You could go in. This can kill just about anything. But you got to get the energies. That's the only problem. But it's not a problem in this deck when you've got like many, many ways of energy acceleration. One copy of Drapion V. I am respecting Mew. I don't care what anybody else says. I am respecting Mew. I've seen too many Miraidon players on stream lose to Mew VMAX when they should have been winning against Mew VMAX. I'm taking an unfavorable matchup and making it favorable. Alright? What you do is when you go second, you kill off their Genesect or their Mew V with your Raikou. Because you know you're going to get the second, you're going to get the attack off. Then they come back, they kill your Raikou. Then you come back with this. You hit them with the Drapion. Alright? And you take 3 prizes against their Mew VMAX. Now, you've taken 5 prizes. They've only taken 2. You've got 1 more prize to get. They've got 4 more prizes to get. You win, and you win pretty much on your next turn. Or even the turn after that. You've got 2 more whole turns to win the game now. More than them. Just by using this card. A free attack against that deck because of the wild style ability. A free attack. This not only gives you a free win against Mew, it also saves your energy against them. So you can now power up somebody else on the bench while this guy is out attacking. Now you have an attacker for the next turn to win the game. It's so easy. Just play it, put this into your deck, and kill the Mews until they rotate. Do not have a bad, unfavorable matchup against Mew. 2 copies of Flaffy and 2 copies of Marie. I need to get another special art rare of the Marie because it looks out of place here. But Flaffy's in here for his Dynamotor ability. Once during your turn, you may get an lightning energy from your discard pile and attach to one of your bench Pokemon. You can do this twice if you have out 2 of them. This is very good energy acceleration for the deck. You know, this is going to help you power up all of your Pokemon. Your Iron Hands, your Miraidon, your Raikou. You can even power up the Mew EX with this. Because it's not just lightning Pokemon. It's any Pokemon on the bench. One copy of the Pokemon Go Zapdos. It's in there for its ability. Its ability adds 10 more damage to your basic lightning Pokemon's attacks, but not his own. But everybody else, it powers them up by 10. This makes Miraidon do 230. This even makes Raikou do 230 now, which is very good. 230 is a great number to hit because Roaring Moon is 230 HP. So you can knock out a fully powered up Roaring Moon without the charm. So you knock out Roaring Moon, you knock out Ting Lu, anything that's 230, you're now knocking them out. Thanks to this. Anything that you need 10 more damage to do, you've got it now. Four copies of Arven. Arven is the best card in this deck. Arven is the best card in this deck by far. No research, no judge, no nothing. Arven is the card you want to see every single turn. This lets you get generators. This lets you get Bravery Charms, EXP shares, Nest Balls, Ultra Balls. This lets you get Forest Seal Stone. Forest Seal Stone gets you any card in your deck. And this searches out 2 of them. There's a search out an item and a tool. Best card in the deck. I'm telling you right now, this is the best card in the deck. I play 4. Just like Arven Zard, this deck is Arven Miraidon. Alright? You don't want anything else. I mean, what are you researching for? You're researching for a generator? For 1 generator? When this can get you more than just 1 generator? You're discarding your hand just for a generator? You're discarding your hand? Like, for what? Like, you want to see like a generator or a nest ball? Like, what? Like, what are you researching for? What are you discarding your hand for? This finds everything. Everything. This can find nest ball. Nest ball can get you Miraidon. Miraidon can fill your whole entire bench. This is the best card in Miraidon. No questions. 4 copies of Boss's Orders. I'm not playing around. 4 copies of Boss's Orders. You want to be bringing up your opponent's Pokemon, and you want to be knocking them out. I don't play games. Two copies of Iono. This deck really doesn't go down, like get behind on prizes, but you know, it happens. Things happen. You need a couple of Ionos. You want to be putting your opponent to low hand sizes, you know, at, you know, mid to end of the game. I mean, this just helps you. And you gotta have an Iono in this deck. She's the electric gym leader, and you're not gonna have the electric gym leader in the electric deck? Come on, bruh. Come on, who's a what's it? It's Iono. Oh, God. 4 copies of Electric Generator. This is your bread and butter. This is going to get you your energy acceleration. Now, most of the times you can hit your generators. Sometimes you don't. And that can hurt. But still, these are probably second, other than Arven. This is like bread and butter, your best card other than Arven. Because Arven can get you this. Arven can search this. So, Arven can also search out these 2 Ultra Balls. Arven can also search out these 2 Nest Balls. Arven can also search out these Switch Cards, 2 of them. Alright, I actually went up to 2 because we now have a Snorlax stall deck that likes to trap Pokemon in the active spot. So this just gives you a better chance to switch out your Pokemon when they want to try to trap you in the active. 1 copy of Escape Rope. Same reason as Switch Card. Arven can also search this out. Arven can also search out Lost Vacuum. Alright. I added this card in here. This is gonna actually really good tech card right now in Miraidon. You can actually get rid of the ancient booster capsules on Roaring Moon. If they've used the attack and done 200 to themselves, you can remove their capsule and they instantly get knocked out. You can remove their capsule, and if you have the Zapdos go on the bench, you can fully knock them out with the Miraidon for 230. With the vacuum, you can also use the vacuum on the Screen Tail in Gardevoir. If they've put a lot of damage on the Screen Tail and they have the capsule attached to it, you can remove the capsule and they get knocked out. Also, you can also get rid of that new cape. What is it? Cape of Royalty or something? That gives a Pokemon 100 plus HP. I think a 9EX Pokemon 100 HP. But they take 2 prizes. You can remove it and knock them out. And they get knocked out if they're taking damage. I mean, or you can keep it on and take 2 prizes. Doesn't matter. What I'm saying is, you can use it to remove your opponent's Pokemon tools and take advantage of that now. You can also remove it to get rid of your opponent's path to the peak that is shutting your Miraidon off, that is shutting your abilities off. You also get rid of other stadiums, which is very good. 2 copies of Bravery Charm. Arvin can also search this out. Arvin is broken, I'm telling you. This gives your basic Pokemon 50 more HP. This is very good in this deck. It makes some of your opponents do extra work in order to get the knockout. One copy of Forest Seal Stone. You only need one. Alright? Arvin can also search this out. So, you have no problems getting it. You don't need research to get it. You don't need research to get, you know, generators or whatever. Arvin can get it. Straight to your hand, turn 1, turn 2. Easy. Easy. Then you can just search for any card in your deck that you want. One copy of EXP Share. I added this card in here for Iron Hands. You attach this to an Iron Hands, and this will help you get Iron Hands powered up. When your Pokemon gets knocked out that this is attached to, well, when a Pokemon in the active spot gets knocked out, you can basically take an energy card from that Pokemon, or basic energy card from that Pokemon, and attach it to the Pokemon EXP Share is attached to. So now the Pokemon that the EXP Share is attached to has one more energy attached to it. This helps Iron Hands gets powered up since he has a 4 energy cost. This helps him to attack faster. This is one of the ways you can attack with Iron Hands. Two copies of Beach Court. Alright? This is the stadium of choice I'm going with. I don't play Judge Path. Honestly, I hate the Judge Path build. I hate it. I don't like it. I hate it. Because like I have a lot of Pokemon in this deck that actually has abilities that I want to use. And I don't want to be blocking myself. With Judge in this deck, like I've never liked Judge in this deck. Never. Like I've played the Judge Path build, and every single time that I've played Judge and played Path in combination, I've ended on the bad end of the stick. My hands were lackluster, my hands are terrible after I judged. Not finding what I need, and then I path my opponent hoping that the path will stall them and stop them from using their abilities. No. They just get right out of it. They just break out of the path. The Judge, they find a way to get more cards in their hand, and they find a way to turn it around. Every single time. And I question myself, and I'm like, why am I playing this? Why do I play Judge Path when I end up getting more hurt than my opponent? So I'm going for a more consistent, more flowing type Miraidon build. More consistent, you know, everything. The way that I can just, you know, start getting hit, start getting those prizes. Instead of a disruptive build. Because for me, the disruption isn't winning me games at all. It's losing me games. And I've lost more games than I can count with the Judge Path than I have with this. This is winning me games. Judge Path isn't. Now, it may work for some of you guys, but I'm here to tell you, like, this works. This works. This is consistent. I don't believe in Judge Path at all for this deck. I'm telling you right now. 2 copies of Double Turbo Energy. Now this is for Iron Hands. Alright? This is to power up Iron Hands. This is to get him attacking faster. Now, this does lower your attack by 20 damage. It lowers your attack by 20 damage. But you're not worried about that. You're killing little comfies. You're killing anything that's 100 or under. Basic Pokemon that need to evolve. You're killing Charmanders. You're killing Gimmighouls. You're killing Comfies. You're killing Radiant Greninja. You're killing Cramorants. Anything that's weak to lightning, you're killing just about. Very, very rarely will you ever get 4 lightning energies on an Iron Hands. That is rare. You will never get it. You will never, ever, ever get it. Very rarely will you ever get it. And if you do get it, you have to basically power him up like over the course of like 2 or 3 turns. And if you're doing it within 2 to 3 turns, you're putting yourself to getting knocked out. So you sit there for 2 or 3 turns trying to attach a whole bunch of lightning energies to Iron Hands, hoping to get his attack off when you just get bossed up and killed. No, just powering up with 1 turn, go hit the generator for 2 energies, attach this, free retreat, bring him out, amp you very much. It's easy as that. This gets him going fast, kill a little Comfy, kill a little whatever, get your 2 prizes. Hey, now you're up. Now you're winning the game. You can also use this for the Mew EX. You can also use it for the Mew EX. Attach this for the turn. Use Flaffy to put an energy from the discard pile onto it. And Mew EX can now attack faster. It's another little thing that this deck can do. I'm just finding many different ways that you could use different things. And this is one of the ways that this deck can do it now. And we have ourselves, oh yeah, the bling bling, baby. The shiny Galaxy Electric Foil Lightning Energies. And there are 14 lightning energies. All right. I highly recommend you try this deck out for LAIC coming up this weekend. This is a great choice, a great pick for LAIC. If I was going to LAIC, I would play this. I will play this deck. I will play this deck. But I think this is a great pick for LAIC. If you're going in, I would say respect Mew, because Mew VMAX will come in and Mew VMAX will still be all of y'all. And I can guarantee you there will be a Mew VMAX in the top 8. You heard it right here. I'm predicting a Mew VMAX in the top 8 because y'all not respecting it. And if there are Miraidons in the top 8, they're going to get beat by the Mew player because they're not respecting Mew and they don't play Drapion. I'm telling you right here. I'm telling you right now. They're not going to beat Mew. And if you're not careful, Mew VMAX is going to steal another tournament. But yeah, as far as this deck goes, I think it's great. This deck beats Lugia. All right. Its Lost Box matchup is a lot better because of Iron Hands. Its Guardian matchup is better because of Iron Hands. Those are Miraidon's 2 worst matchups. And we now clear that. What do we have to worry about? Giratina? We can beat Giratina. Easy. Any 2-prize deck, we can outrace them. Now, Roaring Moon is a different story because Roaring Moon is what Miraidon wants to be. Roaring Moon out the gate is faster, quicker on everything, has a better engine, everything. And it is just, Roaring Moon just basically outspeeds it. If Miraidon wants to win the Roaring Moon matchup, it has to basically take the first 2-prize. Has to take the first 2-prize knockout, and then you have to keep it up. You have to keep going. If you don't keep it up, if you don't keep going, you're going to lose against Roaring Moon easily. But you got to take the first 2-prize knockout, and you got to keep it up. You know, I'm not saying it's unfavorable. I'm just saying you got to keep it up. It can be done. Against every other 2-prize deck, you can get the speed going. You can outspeed them. You can do it. You know. Against Roaring Moon, you got a battle on your hands. You know. Let's see. Iron Valiant. Not too worried about Iron Valiant. I mean, it's a 2-prizer. You could just smack it. What is it? 230? Just get out a Pogo Zap and kill it. Pogo Zap, Miraidon, Photon Blaster at 230. You know, against Iron Valiant, we don't bench Mareeps. You don't bench Mareep at all. I mean, you just don't. You don't bench Mareep. Don't give them the satisfaction of KOing a Mareep. You just don't do it. Okay? You know, you just don't do it. What else? I don't know. We could pretty much trade favorably against everything. Chien Pao, you beat Chien Pao. You beat Chien Pao. You just win the 2-prize race. Win the 2-prize race. Win the 2-prize race. You beat Chien Pao easily. Easily. I mean, another reason why you beat Chien Pao is because, I mean, you got Raichu. And you don't even need Raichu. You don't even need Raichu against Chien Pao. What is he, 220? I mean, Miraidon just one-shots him. Easy. Easy. And I mean, if they're playing Palkia, the Palkia builds just lose. Palkia decks just lose automatically because like they're weak. They just lose. Anything weak to water loses. Anything weak to electric loses. So that's all I'm saying. But that is it for the video. It's been pretty long. I've been talking a lot about Miraidon. Miraidon is a great pick. If I was going to a cup this weekend, I would be playing this exact build. I mean, it's really no secret. You know, I don't care if they know what I'm playing. They're still going to get smacked by it. Anyway, guys, like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, make sure you take care of yourself and each other. Thank you.